Hybridization for programmable embedded control of DNA. Hybridization of angelic humans with genetically engineered Enki DNA was designed by the Syrian Anunnaki factions of Belial group to build a self-enforced consciousness slave system through the automated repetition of inserting cloned falsified identities with Enki coding being perpetually generated through the red wave artificial tree of life, or AI, timelines. This operates as a sophisticated Antichrist weapon used to confuse humanity through spiritual warfare when attempting to discern the difference between good versus evil, running dark interference to conflate the identities of the Antichrist forces with the authentic identities of the Guardian Christos forces during the final conflict. Those humans that assimilate and embody the Enki DNA skin instruction sets become more easily mind-controlled and genetically manipulated by the negative alien agenda forces because the genetic modification gives that individual the sense of energetic familiarity and spiritual connection with the intruding races. The means of which they run their information warfare is through cloned identity holographic inserts implanted on the targeted individual's bioenergy field in order to confuse them about authenticating who is actually who. The sophistication of the red wave cloaking technology and cloned identities of Enki DNA skins also made it difficult for some higher orders of guardians to determine the actual histories of authenticated identities until the planet entered the cosmic energy cycle during the herogamic event of the cosmic twinned universal Melchizedek suns earlier this year. The Enki red wave clone system was built to direct energetic power to the Thothian Luciferian bloodlines, the Earth controllers, and to perpetuate the closed-loop system of anti-life inversions being enforced through the mass generation of red wave alien machinery, producing endless amounts of nested holographic insertions of cloned and replicated anti-human architecture coded in Enki DNA instruction sets upon the human bioenergy field. These anti-life distortions brought about by negative alien invasion are what currently fuel the mass psychology of evil running rampant in the world as human blood sacrifice, death cults, or satanic ritual abuse, and ultimately are what result in the massive pain and suffering that transpires within all life forms when they are cloned, mind-controlled, and digress into fallen angelic or demonic states of violent consciousness. As we move into the solar calendar time cycle guided directly by the cosmic Elohai godparents, the planet and many awakening starseeds are the first Ascension prototypers that are beginning to detoxify the synthetic overlays of Enki DNA skins and are entering the process of clearing ancestral miasma, shedding the reptilian tail, and clearing the alien hybrid genetic modifications made to the chemical DNA and physical DNA of the organic diamond sun angelic human biology. Thus, the planet and Christos ascending groups are entering into the trifurcation phase where our physical and chemical DNA are being purged and detoxified from the genetic distortions and parasitical entities connected to Enki DNA overlays, and this will result in physical ascension symptoms and a variety of spiritual initiations. As more information surfaces in regards to these alien invaders that sought full spectrum domination through the ongoing genetic manipulation of human DNA, for most, it is inconceivable that programmable embedded control was made possible with the manipulation of the human biology's natural chemical DNA processes, such as protein synthesis, whereby Sa'am Enki discovered it was possible to program instructions directly into the nucleotides and chemical processes of angelic human DNA using the DNA RNA instruction sets to unplug higher DNA strands of sugar phosphates while placing overlays of synthetic-based cellular alphabet and reptoid signatures through the weaponized electromagnetic broadcast of the negative alien agenda's mind control sent through an assortment of wireless signals meant to block organic DNA signals. Thus, with Sa'am Enki as the master geneticist, the negative alien agenda have understood for thousands of years how to embed programming instructions directly into the elements of the protein chains which form the nucleotides of human DNA, as a part of their genetic modification programs to extract and remove functioning components of the diamond sun DNA. Through this administered electromagnetic technology as electronic harassment, as well as injectables and other toxic exposures, genetic switches are turned on and turned off, and the DNA elements of non-coding parts and coding parts of the DNA can be manipulated and scrambled with the introduction of faulty protein instruction sets. Hence, Sa'am Enki used this knowledge to fashion himself into an Elohim Adonis-like God, in which to lord over humanity through multiple thousands of years of genetic engineering, in which to insert his synthetic signature embeds into the remnants of protein chains that have been left active to encode alien hybridization signatures into angelic human DNA, thereby erasing or placing an artificial overlay upon the original creator's language, erasing the mother's DNA language, and by inserting his own synthetic language into human DNA instruction sets in order to claim humans as his slave property. This saga of repeated violations of natural laws and enslavement of humanity is finally coming to an end during the Ascension cycle, along with major changes that are happening with the chemical DNA blueprints of angelic humanity as the Enki, reptilian skins, and artificial red wave codes are being shed.